All right, let's play a game of what if. But this isn't just any hypothetical. This is one that pits two entire basketball universes against each other. What would actually happen if Europe's most legendary coach, a guy who is basically the definition of winning over there, decided to pack his bags and take over an NBA team?
So, for anyone who doesn't follow European basketball, you need to know the name Željko Obradović. This guy is an icon. We're talking about a 9-time EuroLeague champion. Think about that for a second. His whole identity is built on 3 pillars: absolute discipline, a flawless system, and just winning. He's not just another coach, he's basically a basketball institution.
So that brings us to the big question. What happens when you drop this European giant right into the middle of the NBA? Look, this is way more than just a new coach with a new playbook. This would be a genuine clash of basketball philosophies. And that clash, really, is what this is all about. We are talking about 2 fundamentally different ways to see the game of basketball. Let's really break down what that means.
And here it is, plain and simple. On one side, you've got Obradović's world. The system is king. Discipline isn't a suggestion, it's absolute, and the team wins or loses together. Then, on the other side, you have the NBA. Here, the superstars are the system. Players have a ton of freedom, it's a player-driven league, and often it's that one moment of individual magic that wins you a game. The very first battle Obradović would fight wouldn't be on the court, it would be in the locker room, over the culture itself.
So let's picture it. His first season. You think it'd be a smooth ride? No way. It would be a journey, a story in 2 acts, really. It would start with pure, unadulterated chaos. And if they survived that, it could end in a flat-out revolution. You can almost map out the drama. Those first few months, total chaos. Players and media pushing back. But then, somewhere around mid-season, you'd see a turning point. And by the end of the season, if things went right, you'd be looking at a revolution in how that team plays basketball. And that chaos phase, oh, it would be loud. You can just picture it, can't you? You'd have players whispering to reporters about too much system. The media would have a field day, calling it a rigid European style that could never work. The guys who thrive on iso ball and freestyling, they'd be beyond frustrated. And the egos, oh man, the egos would clash hard with his structure. But see, this is the thing you have to understand about Obradović. This is his one unbreakable rule: he doesn't bend. He doesn't change his system to fit the star player. He finds a way to make the players fit into his system. It's that absolute, unwavering belief in his philosophy that would be the only way to turn that chaos into order. Okay, so if he gets through all that, where does it lead? We're talking about the ultimate goal here. Could this radical, system-first European approach actually win an NBA championship? The short answer, yeah, absolutely. But, and this is a huge but, it wouldn't happen in year 1. Not a chance. Patience would have to be the name of the game. Everyone seems to agree it would take some time. We're probably looking at a 1 to 3 year window for the team to really buy in, for the system to become second nature, and for them to become a real, legitimate title contender. So why would it eventually work? Because once that system clicks, man, the advantages are huge. You're talking about a level of tactical preparation that most NBA teams just don't see on a nightly basis. His teams are famous for their discipline in the clutch. And maybe most importantly, he has a proven, almost magical ability to get the absolute most out of his players, to develop them to their highest potential. Of course, there's the elephant in the room, the biggest challenge, the multi-million-dollar question. How would he handle the NBA's biggest superstars? How do you get the titans of the league to buy in? See, here's the key thing to bet. He wouldn't try to stifle their talent. He wouldn't ask a superstar to be something he's not. The whole point of his system is to create a structure where their talent can be even more deadly, more efficient. Let's make it real. Think about a player like LeBron James. In this system, he could become an even smarter, more efficient floor general because the offense around him would be a well-oiled machine. Or Kevin Durant. He'd probably get way more high-quality shots coming off screens instead of having to create everything himself in isolation. And the young guys, the rising stars, they would learn how to play winning, team-first basketball years ahead of schedule. Now let's zoom out. If he actually pulled this off, if he won a title, the impact wouldn't stop with his team. A success that big would send a tidal wave across the entire league. It could change the NBA forever. You can almost see the dominoes falling, right? First, other teams would try to copy the model. That means in the NBA draft, GMs might start looking for high IQ system players instead of just the most explosive athlete. This could slowly start to shift the balance of power, giving a bit more authority back to the coaches. And the end game, you could see the entire NBA becoming a more tactical, more team-focused league. So we've been through the culture clash, the chaos of that first season, and the potential for a league-wide revolution. Let's try and put a bow on this and come to a final verdict.
When you boil it all down, what's the most realistic scenario if Željko Obradović actually came to the NBA?
Look, the most likely path is somewhere in the middle. That first year or two would be brutally tough, no doubt about it. He would have to compromise a little, finding that sweet spot between his rigid system and the freedom that NBA stars thrive on. But if he nails that balance, the result is probably one or two massive successes, maybe even a championship ring. And his legacy? It would be a deep, permanent shift in how the NBA thinks about the game.
And I think that leaves us with the most powerful takeaway of all. If Željko Obradović was ever given the keys to the right team with the right front office, one thing feels certain. In the end, the NBA would be forced to adapt to him, not the other way around. And that, my friends, would be a revolution.